Watching when storm chasers are hit by tornadoes by High Risk Chris. Y'all gotta watch this video. This video I haven't.
The day is May 31st, 2013, and storm chasers from all over the country are moving towards one spot, El Reno, Oklahoma. The extreme storm chaser convergence is due to the moderate risk with a 15% chance of tornadoes over central Oklahoma during late May, peak tornado season. However, the chaser convergence is made even worse because only 11 days prior, an EF5 tornado tore right through the suburb of Moore, Oklahoma.
Wait.
With the EF5 still fresh on everyone's mind, no one knows there's about to be another disaster, but this time, it would directly impact the storm-chasing community.
Okay, this one.
Level 0. Level 0. When most people see a dust devil for the first time, the reaction is usually the same.
Okay, guys, if you ever see a dust devil, okay.
Whoa, a baby tornado. And honestly,
I'm gonna say, oh my gosh, is that a cute small tornado? Cute.
it's an easy mistake. They've got the funnel shape, they kick up debris, and they look like a tornado's little cousin. But here's the truth. Dust devils aren't tornadoes at all. Instead of storm clouds and violent weather, dust devils thrive on calm, sunny days. The ground gets scorched by the sun, heating the air directly above it. That hot air rises quickly, and if the conditions are just right, it starts to spin. Add a little surface breeze, and suddenly you've got a visible column swirling skyward. What you're really seeing isn't a cloud funnel, it's dirt, leaves, or whatever loose debris gets caught up in the rotation. Most of the time, dust devils are harmless. They dance across baseball diamonds, empty parking lots, or playgrounds, tossing a few hats and scattering some papers while kids run after them for fun. But don't let the playful image fool you. Some dust devils grow surprisingly strong. Videos show them toppling trash bins, flipping trampolines, even tossing pieces of roofing into the air. In fact, in parts of the American Southwest and Australia, stronger dust devils are notorious for damaging sheds, light structures, and sometimes even knocking people off their feet. What makes them so interesting is how
Dust devil. A dust devil is a small
Wedge tornado.
dust devil.
El Reno tornado.
A dust devil is a small, short-lived whirlwind that forms when the ground heats up under strong sunlight. Warm air near the surface rises quickly, and if the conditions are right, it begins to spin. That spinning column pulls in dust, sand, and light debris, making the vortex visible. You will usually see dust devils in dry, open areas like fields, parking lots, or deserts. They tend to form on calm days with very little wind, which allows the rising air to stay organized. Most dust devils are weak and harmless, but occasionally they can become strong enough to knock over light objects or reduce visibility for a few seconds. Unlike tornadoes, they are not connected to clouds and do not come from storms, which makes them more of a surface phenomenon than a true severe weather event. Gustnado. A gustnado forms along the leading edge of a thunderstorm, where cool air rushing outward meets warmer air ahead of it. This boundary, called a gust front, can create quick bursts of spinning wind that lift dust and debris into the air. Gustnados often look similar to small tornadoes at first glance, but they are not connected to the cloud base above. They are usually brief, lasting only a few minutes, and tend to move quickly along the storm's edge. While most gustnados are weak, stronger ones can produce noticeable damage, especially to loose objects, signs, or lightweight structures. Because they form so suddenly and disappear just as fast, they can catch people off guard, especially in open areas. Landspout. A landspout is a tornado that forms from the ground upward rather than dropping down from a rotating storm. It begins when a small area of spinning air near the surface gets stretched vertically by a growing cloud above it. As the cloud builds, it pulls that rotation upward into a visible funnel. Landspouts are usually thinner and more rope-like compared to larger tornadoes, and they often appear during the early stages of a developing storm. They are more common in flat regions where wind patterns can easily shift and create rotation near the ground. While generally weaker than other tornado types, landspouts can still damage trees, fences, and small buildings if they pass directly over them. Waterspout. A waterspout is similar to a landspout, but it forms over water instead of land. It typically develops in warm, humid environments, especially in coastal areas or over lakes. The funnel extends from the cloud down to the water's surface, where it pulls up spray and creates a visible swirling column. Most waterspouts are relatively weak and form in less severe weather conditions, often under small growing clouds rather than large storms. However, they can still pose a danger to boats and nearby coastal areas. In some cases, a waterspout can move inland and transition into a tornado, becoming stronger as it interacts with land-based conditions. Their appearance can be striking, with a smooth funnel and a clear connection to the water below. Rope tornado. A rope tornado is a thin, narrow tornado that often appears during the final stage of a tornado's life cycle. As the storm begins to weaken, the once wider funnel stretches and becomes more twisted, sometimes bending and curving as it moves. This gives it a rope-like appearance, which is where the name comes from. Despite looking smaller and less threatening, rope tornadoes can still produce strong winds and cause damage if they pass over structures. Their movement can also become more erratic as the storm loses strength, making them harder to predict in their final moments. Watching a rope tornado can feel deceptive, as its reduced size does not always reflect the wind speeds still present within it.
We're about to break down every unbelievable tornado type, explained from the least threatening to the most catastrophic thing the atmosphere has ever produced. And before you think this starts slow, that is exactly the point. This list is ordered from least to most dangerous.
Okay, needle is not dangerous. Rope is not dangerous. Hourglass barrel. Invisible night, invisible satellite, twin, dead man walking. Multi-vortex walk. Guys, this is the end because I'm too late.